to touch him. Mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
A pass caught, first down. What a move! J.R. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Houston, Texas for the fourth of 4 games here on Tuesday Night Football on the SFL Network on YouTube. What a Week 11 it's been. Hello everybody, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. It's the Week 11 game of the week. Tonight, it's the one and only meeting this regular season between the Mexico City Aztecs and the Houston Hyenas. 2 teams that started off red hot in the West, but have since cooled and are trying to lock up their spot in the playoffs tonight. The winner gets a bid. Mexico City and Houston next. We're going old school tonight. No graphics, no nothing. And we'll try to get Shann on the call here in a moment as we're underway from Houston. Too much on the commissioner's plate tonight. Devin Cabrera up to the 32. So the Aztecs will come out to the 32-yard line, and we'll figure out if we can get Mr. Varner hooked up and going here. Matt Wilson is the quarterback. He'll dump it out to Ray Bentley, and Bentley will get up to the 35-yard line. And no way, Shann. I'm not going to leave you behind like that. I need a buddy. I need some support for crying out loud. Too much tonight. We've already had 2 one-possession games. The computer's trying not to catch on fire here. This will be a run to Ray Bentley, trying to get in the 2,000-yard club to become only the 3rd running back in SFL history to do so, and he picks up a first down to the 42-yard line. 10:02 to go here in the first quarter, and the handoff will go to Bentley, and he'll actually lose 3. Nice tackle in the backfield, I believe there by Kit Moore, number 65. And I think we have Shann Varner on the call. Shann, are you with us? There you go. Hey, man, where have you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you for the last 5 minutes, man. What's going on? Matt Wilson, deep ball down the field, and that's almost intercepted, 3rd down. Wow, man, 2 minutes gone in this game. I haven't got to starting lineups. I haven't even gotten to what happened here in the last couple of minutes. This is what it's all about, right, Shann? Hey, shout out to Erie Boswick, finally able to watch a live game. Glad it was this one. Wilson on a 3rd and long. Look at the time. Wilson sitting back in a cabana, and it's a gain of 4 on a quarterback keeper. He was sipping some lemonade and sticking his feet in the sand, but it's 4th down, and Houston's defense comes up with the first stop of the night.
That offensive line protected him really well on that play, Cam, giving him lots and lots of time to look down the field. Good thing he didn't throw a pick on that play.
Shan, for crying out loud, turn your mics on, man. They can't hear you out there. I'm just kidding. It's my fault. Mexico City will punt it away. We got Shan now. As Mexico, I just said that, Shan. Golly, from the 19-yard line, Houston with minimal yardage to return to the 20. That is, I believe, Corey Sims. And let's, before we forget anything else, quickly run through the Houston Hyena offense. Cody Cantrell, 2,776 yards, 17 touchdowns, 23 picks. Receivers, Corey Sims, number 11. Jamari Mito, number 84. DR Sim, number 80. The running back, number 25. William Choice, 3 receivers for Houston. And Cantrell will fire it long, and that is caught by Corey Sims. Beautiful catch down the field. Sims with just 22 catches for 234 yards this season. That was one of the biggest of his season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at the step back that Cantrell has. He has lots of time in that pocket. Makes a beautiful pass there. Great catch.
Shout out to Mexico City. This team's on the road today. We're very fortunate that we did not have a home call there tonight. Had the earthquakes. I know there were some casualties out there. Boy, it has not been a good summer for lack of natural disasters. And we're praying for now Mexico, as William Choice will pick up 8 yards up the middle for a 2nd and 2.
Cam, that defensive line did a great job, but the linebackers, I think, spoiled it there. They came up really close to the offensive line there and wasn't able to make the play quick enough.
Aztec defense led by number 42 Jack Brown up front, midseason acquisition at the linebacker spot. Corners Malcolm Smith and King Wallace, 21 and 24 respectively. The safeties are Devin Cabrera and Pablo Zamora, a talented group. That right there with Jack Brown smashing down Choice, but not before William Choice picks up the first down at midfield. So while we have a moment, let's run down the scenarios for tonight on our sister station on the SFL Network on YouTube. It's the Dallas Roughnecks taking on the Oklahoma City Renegades. If the Roughnecks win, they remain alive in the playoffs, and Mexico City, with a loss potentially, still would not clinch as Choice picks up 5 yards. If the Roughnecks lose, Mexico City is in regardless. Dallas is out, and Oklahoma City stays alive and will take on Vancouver next week in a winner-take-all scenario. For Houston tonight, if they win, they are in. And even if Dallas wins, if Mexico City wins, they are in as well. Offside on the Aztecs as William Choice makes the catch. Shan, you got all that?
Yeah, I got all that, man. It is some good stuff. I mean, it's coming down to the wire here last week, you know. These teams need to make a run for it.
Houston's got the keys. They're going on a drive. 2nd and short at the Aztec 40. A quick update from Oklahoma City. 16 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Renegades are at the Dallas 10-yard line as James Richards and Michael Turillo are on that call. We're going to keep close tabs on that game, as I'm sure they are doing as well here tonight. And if they're not, shame on them, because there's no way I have time to provide score updates for everybody. 2nd and inches coming up for Houston with a 3-back set. Cantrell is changing the play at the line. He'll change it to a run to Choice right up the middle. William Choice to the 33-yard line. Everybody draped all over him. Choice picks up the first down.
Cam, I talked to Damon earlier in the week, and he said he really wanted to get Choice involved in the run game and not so much in the passing game, and looked like they're doing it here.
If you missed the earlier games in the Eastern Conference, they went down to the wire. Baltimore had a 1st and goal at the 2. Mike Osai couldn't get his feet in, and the Crabs were eliminated with a 37-31 loss. Even if they would have won, wouldn't have mattered anyway. Atlanta got a stop in the red zone as time expired against Carolina. Hold on in that one, 38-30, as Choice picks up 1 yard. So Shan, the Eastern Conference is set with Queen City, Tallahassee, Chicago, and Atlanta, but literally every game matters next week, as all of the seeding is up for grabs. And I can tell you, Shan, I've done the tiebreaker math. It is bonkers. We're going to need a whole podcast to talk about Eastern Conference tiebreakers.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. It's coming down to the wire here. Next week is going to be crucial for these Western Conference standings.
4 wide receivers, and that one split out wide. That's Jamari Mito with the catch on the sideline. 3rd down and 3 coming up at the Aztec 26. Shan Damond is going through a bit of amnesia. He does not even remember talking to you, but surely it's just him forgetting. 3rd and 3 with 5 minutes to go in the first. 2 backs and 2 receivers. 4-3 look for Mexico City. Deep ball on a go route, and that pass is knocked away. That was on Wallace Island, as D.R. Sim was the intended receiver. Brings up 4th down, and we'll see the infamous Houston special teams out on the field here early.
This might determine this scenarios later on down the game, Cam.
This will be a 42-yard kick for Griffin. Again, this is the one and only meeting between the Aztecs and the Hyenas, so the winner gets the head-to-head tiebreaker. Houston still has a shot at first in the Western Conference if they win out. That starts with a win tonight. 42-yard field goal for Griffin is on its way, and it is no good. It's off the pole, Shan. You've got to be kidding me.
Well, he didn't really say much about the kicker, so I guess he kind of left that one out.
Just doinked it. Absolutely doinked it to the point where it bounced about 9 yards back into the field of play. Aztecs will take over in a scoreless game at their own 33-yard line. Matt Wilson is the quarterback, 2,562 yards, 29 touchdowns, 21 picks, but he's been struggling in recent weeks. Hand off to Ray Bentley. He has not been struggling. Pickup of 7.
Yeah, I think the Aztecs here, Cam, is doing exactly what they need to do. Get Bentley involved in this game, and just going down the field is what they need to do.
We mentioned that Houston has an opportunity to get first in the Western Conference. If they get the win tonight and Mexico City beats Alaska, it would be an 8-4 tie at the top of the West with the Aztecs and the Hyenas, and obviously Houston would own the head-to-head tiebreaker with their win tonight in that scenario, as Ray Bentley breaks off a tackle, is eventually clocked down by, I believe, Carson Delahart. And with that, let's meet the Houston Hyena defense. Delahart and Darian Bowles are the linebackers. Corners on the outside, Tyleek Jones, number 23, Aaron Arrington, number 24. And every time I see Arrington on the field, I think of Rockefeller, since he was a former Hyena and now wears 24 in Chicago. Bentley is stopped after a gain of 2. Kit Moore, we've already heard from, number 65 on the defensive line at defensive tackle. The safeties, number 27, Blake Chance, and number 39, Joakim Rose, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, when I talked to Ramos earlier in the week also, he wanted to get Bentley heavily involved in this game and not let Houston get the deep pass behind their defense.
3:25 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down, 8 from midfield. No score here in the Week 12 game of the week. Matt Wilson outside, Week 11 rather, out the outside to K.L. Barrett. Pickup of a couple. People may say, hey, isn't this the game of the week? Where are all the fancy smancy graphics? Well, I'll tell you where they went. They were evaporated, so Joey Langdon could have his first call. We had some technical difficulties trying to get him set up, so we put him on YouTube. He did a great job, and it was nice to, for the first time in league history, have all 8 games on YouTube this week, as Wilson on a 3rd down and 6 is sacked. That was something straight out of the Olympics, as Kit Moore hurls himself at Wilson way back at the Aztec 46-yard line.
Great play by that defense, Cam. The linebacker shifts backwards and allows the line to get through there to the quarterback.
So Wilson goes down. Both defenses are dominating here early. Haven't gotten a chance to get to the team stats yet. We'll do that now. The Aztecs have the 2nd highest scoring offense in the SFL, 36.5 points, only behind Cleveland. The Houston Hyenas offense is at the opposite end of the spectrum, 14th in the league, averaging 26.8 points per game. But here in the first quarter, the Hyenas are playing their type of ball. From the 13-yard line, Sims is running diagonally to the 17, pickup of 4. Houston is the number 1 scoring defense, 23.2 points per game, while Mexico City is middle of the pack, 29.2.
Cam, I have a score update. OKC is leading right now with a field goal, 3-0 over Dallas.
There you go, all over it, Mr. Shann Varner. would never leave you out. Would never leave you out with all that information you're giving us. That would be crazy to just completely forget about you. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Split backs, handoff. William Choice breaks a tackle. Choice, spin move on another block. He's got some speed in the open field. 30. William Choice breaking a Zamora tackle before being dragged down by Devin Cabrera all the way to the 27-yard line and pick up a 56.
Well, Cam, I'm not sure what Damon was talking about because it looks like they're doing exactly what I said.
William Choice outgaining Ray Bentley here in the first quarter, and it's looking good for Houston. A rare broken tackle away from Pablo Zamora, and it's a Hyena first down with 2:05 to go in the first. Hyenas wearing all black tonight. Their Black Death uniforms with the gold numbers, red or maroon, dark red and gold trim. Mexico City green helmets, white jerseys, green pants, green numbers, red trim. William Choice this time bottled up in the backfield. That's another great tackle by the linebacker, Jack Brown.
Yeah, they said, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, not going to happen.
Jack Brown, 51 tackles, but he did join the team mid-season. Pablo Zamora leads the Aztecs in tackles with 89. As mentioned, he is one tough cookie. King Wallace and Devin Cabrera each have 7 interceptions to lead the defense in turnovers. 4, 2nd down and 11. Quick out route to the far sideline. It's a tougher pass than Cody Cantrell makes it look. Jamari Mito with his 2nd catch of the quarter.
But this Houston offense is used to doing that, Cam, dinking and dunking these passes. Let's see if they can get past this Mexico City's defense with a great pick over the middle.
6:56 to go in the second quarter. Looks like the Renegades are kicking a 37-yard field goal attempt, and Shann, they just missed it. Boy, the kickers are kickers are out tonight, man. Definitely not being clutch. 3rd down and 5. Cantrell moves in the pocket and finds an open receiver at the 2-yard line. That's Mito. You could tell, Shann, he was looking for Sim on the deep route, and that little bit of extra time found Mito.
Absolutely, great play. I love the post route here, right over the middle, just carving up that Mexico City defense.
1st and goal at the 2, looking for the first points of the night. Here in the Week 11 game of the week, out of the eye, Houston trying to take the lead on the Aztecs. 4-down lineman handoff, Choice right up the no. Check that. That is the reserve player for William Choice. 2nd on the depth chart, Garcia on the tackle. Choice getting a rest. Garcia on the tackle, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
First quarter winding down as we try to catch up to Oklahoma City. 2 receivers, 1 in the backfield. And William Choice, and this time Choice is in. Touchdown, Houston.
Great job by Choice, having that vision to look up the middle and find that hole, Cam, and just went for it.
Probably the easiest touchdown of William Choice's rookie season. His 14th rushing touchdown came in with 1,288 yards rushing. That was good enough for 9th in the SFL. The 14th rushing touchdown is 5 behind the leaderboards, but actually tied for 3rd best in the SFL, not factoring in that 3 have 19 touchdowns and a couple have 15 rushing touchdowns. We'll say he's timed for 3rd anyway. The extra point for Houston nearly blocked, but that kick is good. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Aztecs nothing. Hyenas 7 in a winner-take-all ball game in Week 11. So we'll see Matt Wilson back out on the field. Last time we saw him, he was crushed by Kit Moore from the 11-yard line. Cabrera on the return, and Devin Cabrera gets a nice one to the 34-yard line for the final play of the first quarter.
Cam, OKC just gave up the ball, and now it's Dallas's turn. They're on the 34-yard line.
Aztecs down 7. Thanks for the update, Shann. as Mexico City still trying to get their offense churning. And the handoff goes to Ray Bentley, and Ray Bentley will lose a yard. Houston's done a pretty good job on Bentley, and we'll get Shann's thoughts on that after this short, quick pause as we end the first quarter of play. Your score, Mexico City nothing, Houston 7. This is the SFL Week 11 Game of the Week with Cameron Irvine and Shann Varner. All right, Shann, what have you seen so far out of Houston's run defense?
Houston's doing a great job containing Bentley. They're not allowing him to get to the outside, which I think that's where he that's his bread and butter. And let's see what he does on this play here.
Ray Bentley needs 91 yards for 2,000 yards on the season. The handoff goes to Ray, and Ray corralled by Bowles. Actually lost yards. Pickup of 6, lost yards on the previous play rather. So it's 3rd down and 6.
Houston is doing a good job, containing Bentley here in this game. But let's see if they get it out to the wide receivers with Barrett and.
Montague, the Hail Mary King. That's Barrett on the catch. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So Mexico City moves into Houston territory. Take a look at this Hyena defense. Darian Bowles, quietly a pretty nice rookie season. 84 tackles, 5 passes defended, 2 tackles for loss. Moore with 7 sacks, but 15 tackles for loss there in the backfield. Have not introduced Mexico City's full offensive weaponry. Richard Montague, K.L. Barrett, just mentioned, along with Dijon Swan, the receivers, 86, 19, and 13 respectively. The tight end, number 84, Ryan Moxon, who was having a stellar year. That pass is caught, breaking a tackle. Dijon Swan, the mustard bird, can potentially tie the game with the help of his kicker. He scores a touchdown from 44 yards out.
Yeah, and that's not what Houston wanted here, letting them get deep on those big post routes.
Missed tackle by Tyleek Jones. Dijon Swan, we're just talking about him. 26 catches, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns coming in. His 3rd receiving touchdown of the season, and the Aztecs can tie the game with an extra point. Extra point from Cole Varner is up and good. And we're tied at 7 with 9:58 to go in the second quarter. Man, a low-scoring one in Oklahoma City. Renegades up 3-0. Trying to keep their playoff hopes alive with 4:35 to go in the second.
Yeah, their defense is stepping up tonight, Cam.
So as mentioned earlier, if you missed it, the Eastern Conference is set in terms of which 4 teams are going to be in the playoffs, but due to bizarre scheduling, those top 4 teams all play teams that are eliminated next week, which means that all of the games in the Eastern Conference matter to seeding next week, as all 4 teams have the potential to get more than 1 spot. In terms of having more than one spot available to them. For example, Tallahassee could get the number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 seeds next week, depending upon how things shake out. So pretty bizarre stuff there in the East. Right now we're in the West. 1st and 10 at the 28 for the Hyenas. That's out to D.R. Sim. He's got a lot of running room. King Wallace eventually brings him down after a gain of 14 yards.
Cam, this Mexico City's defense is playing a little bit further back than I was anticipating, leaving the wide receivers here to get open underneath.
Yeah, we've seen the Aztec defense at times this season really struggle against the pass. They come into the game ranked 11th, giving up 290.2 yards a game. They're even worse against the run, 13th, 155.8. But as mentioned, middle of the pack, giving up points, which means they're giving up the yards, but they're getting stingy down there in that red zone. Trap play to Choice, bounces up. Oh, William Choice is out of the bottle. 2010 touchdown Houston. This has been the Choice show.
I actually thought I saw him on fire there, Cam. He was going so fast.
He's doing CPR on himself if he was on fire. So the Hyenas go back in front Choice, I'm not sure how he got away so quickly. It looked like 4 different Aztecs converged on him, took terrible angles.
Yeah.
King Wallace, at the end of the day, couldn't bring him. Boy, Pablo Zamora, did you see that? Just went flying.
Choice just, just a little shoulder bump there, and he was out of the way.
Man, Pablo Zamora is having a tough time with William Choice here in the first half, and the Hyenas go back up by 7. And this has to be a little bit concerning for Mexico City, who definitely don't want to rely on a Dallas loss to try to get in the playoffs, as the extra point for Houston is good. 9:12 to go in the first half, and the Hyenas are up 14-7 on 2 William Choice TDs.
At this point, Cam, I don't think that the Aztecs can just rely heavily on Ray Bentley. I think they have to move the ball a little bit more to open up that defense so that Bentley can get open.
Andy Hamilton makes a great point in the chat, Shann. CPR would not save a burning person. So that is true. That is true. We needed some blankets or something. Is that a better diagnosis? Stop, drop, and roll? I'm not really sure. Shann brought it up, right? So I'm just having to ad-lib with the crazy things that he says. 1st and 10 at the 31. You're supposed to defend yourself, Shann, when I call you an insane person. And maybe you are. We just lost connection. Either way, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line as Ray Bentley takes the swing. He's got a lot of room, breaks off a tackle, picks up a first down at the 13-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 at the 44. Andy says, how about a fire extinguisher? That would also work. Oklahoma City has scored a touchdown. They're up 10-0 with 2:34 to go in the first half there. Those Renegades playing strong at home, trying to eliminate the Roughnecks and clinch a playoff spot for Mexico City.
Yeah, Michael Irvine's doing a great job with those 2 tight end sets there. He's using those players like he needs to be.
Wilson, deep ball down the field, caught in coverage, breaking a tackle, Montague, and Richard Montague's got a touchdown. Shann, it's the Houston ground game against the Aztec pass game here tonight. Aztecs touchdown.
Absolutely, Cam. That was a great pass there by Wilson.
Another look at it, out of the slot, running a corner route, and Aaron Arrington was right there and could not make the play.
Just couldn't make the play, right.
Houston has welcomed this Aztec franchise to town a few times before. March 3rd, 2016, the Hyenas beat the Gorillas 24-9. Then on July 31st of that same season, or actually the summer 2016 season, Santa Fe won a wild game 52-41 here. Mexico City has been to Houston once. They won 42-27. That was back on January 22nd. So this Aztec franchise 2-1 here on the road in Houston, and they've tied it up at 14.
You can't count the Aztecs out too quickly. That's for sure.
Houston to return the kickoff from the 4-yard line. This is Sims. Sims up to the 25. And that's where Cody Cantrell will start. It's been William Choice versus Matt Wilson here in the first half of the Week 11 SFL Game of the Week.
Yeah, both teams are doing a great job on defense. Just a little play here and there just mixes it up a little bit and able to make big plays out of those.
Cantrell out to William Choice, breaks a tackle. Choice, how is that not a first down, Shannon?
Not sure. Maybe his knee went down before the pylon there.
That's crazy. So, somebody throw a challenge. Wow. No challenge? Boy, Houston's playing with house money here on 2nd and short. They feel pretty confident. Shann, that ball is in front of the sticks. You got to be kidding me here.
Right.
Hand off the Choice. Look at that. No problem. William Choice. I mean, just all kinds of room. Up to the 40-70s, he's up to 150, Mr. Varner.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, they're doing a great job. The offensive line is doing a great job of giving him these big holes to run through. So, you know.
I concur. And Shann, they're not doing it with just one type of run. It seems like we've seen 4 or 5 different types of runs in different sets out of Houston, and everything seems to be working. Hand off to Choice, and Choice again with a big lane up the left side of the line, picks up 6.
Could it be that Houston is, you know, somehow drawing a blueprint of what needs to be done next year for the Aztecs to capitalize on?
Could be. The Hyenas offense really struggled last week in a 24-10 loss to Alaska, but the couple of weeks before that put up 31 against OKC and 41 against Dallas. Offense been moving pretty good as William Choice is ridden on his back after a pickup of 2 yards, 3rd and 2 at the Aztec 45-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the first half.
I have to say, the more Choice gets the ball, the stronger he gets.
Dallas has scored. 54 seconds to go in the first half of that game. It's 10-7 Renegades. William Choice spins away, has a first down to the Aztec 39. What a clinic.
Doing a great job here.
Well, we've got some exciting SFL announcements coming over the next, I'd say 5 to 7 days. We're going to announce when the championship game is, who's going to be on the call. We've got a big owners and league staff conference call coming up on Friday night. A lot of major things happening in the SFL as we prepare for our commemorative 10th anniversary season. Jamari Mito having himself a first half. Catches that one up to the Aztec 27.
It has something to do, too, Cam, with the Aztecs linebackers moving up there. You'll have to watch out for that play. The linebackers move up close to the line here and gives all kind of room to the middle of the field.
Dump off the Choice, picks up 1. Shout out to Matt Ammo in the chat. Watching what looks to be the SFL for the first time, All Pro Football 2K8. Maybe for the first time. You wouldn't know it. There are no legends on the field because we don't even need them to have a good time. We make our own league. That's how we do it around here. 2nd and 9 to the Aztec 26-yard line. Houston is 6-5. Mexico City is 7-4. Both still have not clinched a playoff spot here as they're trying to do so tonight. Line goes way to the left. That pass is intercepted. Intercepted by the linebacker, Garcia. What a play by the non-contract LB, and the Aztecs have the first turnover of the night.
Yeah, Cam. Anytime you can get a star linebacker to catch the ball is one thing, but to get a non-star to catch the ball, that's something amazing.
Hey, how about some more shout-outs? Damon Simeon, Lord Destro Productions, Lynn Ramos, Andy Hamilton, Flava 2K, Ray Bentley in the chat, DeAndre Noel, Aaron Arrington. Lots of SFL Nation here and watching the other game going on right now, Dallas and Oklahoma City, as Ray Bentley picks up 6, one of his better runs of the day. 5 minutes to go in the first half.
At this point, Cam, what do you do? I mean, do you let him run the ball continuously, or do you let him, or do you have your wide receivers get a little bit more involved?
Yeah, I don't know, and I do want to clarify to Damon. Houston is 6-4. I'm getting ahead of myself here, thinking that we're already in Week 12, Shann. It feels like Week 12. I'm jacked up. 6-4 Houston, 7-3 Mexico City, instead of, what did I say, 7-4 and 8-3. Third down after the incomplete pass. On the Aztec 28-yard line, Houston's going to come out 4 down linemen, looks like they're in a nickel. 3 receivers, 1 man in the slot. Split backs, back to pass. Wilson, 3-step drop, fires down the middle. In the slot, that's K.L. Barrett. Boy, that is ever so dangerous where you got a slot man with Barrett's talent running right up the gut.
It was a great pass, though, right over the middle, spreading that defense out back there, allowing him to make the catch here.
Tackling him with a quick slant right over the middle. Tackle made by Blake Chance. Chance this season, 71 tackles, 6 passes defended, 4 interceptions, 3 tackles for loss. If you're new to the league and want to join for season 10, and you're gonna want to join for season 10, simulationfl.net is the place to go. Join our Discord. 4 minutes to go in the first half. K.L. Barrett, how did he catch that one? As Mexico City now going no huddle.
Yeah, great job there. And using those slant routes here is Wilson's bread and butter so far.
Wilson going long, nearly intercepted. I'm telling you what, Wilson was just trotting up the line. He looks cool, calm, and collected tonight, which we have not seen out of him over the last couple of weeks. You know he loves the primetime games with yours truly. As Wilson drops back to pass, 3-step drop going long. That pass is overthrown. Arrington nearly tipped it to him. What do you think of this, Shann? 2 incomplete passes and still going no huddle.
Still going no huddle. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve here.
We'll see. Wilson back to pass, 3rd down and 10. There's a late flag on the play. That pass intercepted by Blake Chance. Is that going to stand? Here's the question.
I would say probably holding on the offense.
Yeah, I think Darian Bowles was the man that tipped it away. And it is offensive holding. It'll be declined. And Blake Chance, with his 5th interception of the season, gets the ball back for Houston. And the defenses have stepped up here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, Tony Willis for Alaska last week, or maybe this week, excuse me, had 3 interceptions, and a former teammate here, Blake Chance, didn't want to be outdone.
Yeah, I do think actually that was week 10. But I think he had another pick this week against Alaska. Tony Willis has been playing out of his mind there up in the great Northwest. We're tied at 14, 3:32 to go in the second quarter. Pass out to Cantrell. Oh, my goodness gracious, Shann. That was almost taken all the way back. Wallace Island, he's been great tonight.
Yes, he has. And if he would have called that, that would have been sure 6 points on the board.
At the half, a nice report from A.J. Levy. Oklahoma City 10, Dallas 7. Again, running through the playoff scenarios. If Dallas loses, Mexico City is in whether or not they win tonight's game, but obviously it would be advantageous for the Aztecs to get the win here tonight anyway, as William Choi spins away, makes 1 man miss, 2 men miss, and then dragging Garcia for a first down to the 35-yard line. Cantrell up to 102 yards passing. If Oklahoma City wins, they will take on Vancouver next week in a winner-take-all game, as the Legion 6-5 playing the Renegades 5-6. Oklahoma City won the earlier meeting this season. That, again, is if Oklahoma City wins, Dallas would be eliminated. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 14-14 out of the eye. Cantrell back to pass. Cantrell fires it outside. That is somehow caught past Wallace. Sim with a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, just an easy, short, just an out route there, and was able to get under the defense again. So maybe that's Houston's, go-to right now.
So look at King Wallace, worth pointing out his stats. Wallace, 38 tackles, but the 7 passes defended and 7 picks is more impressive as a corner there at the top of the screen. William Choice, he's a ghost, picks up 3. Who was that tackling air back there?
I could not make it out.
That's all right. We don't. If we knew, we'd have to tell his mama, and we can't do that. So now it's 3rd and 1 at the 44. We've spared him. We've spared him and his family. 2:15 to go. As Ike Taylor said the other week, that's somebody's child. 4 wide receivers hand off to William Choice on the first down with ease up to the 48-yard line. Choice a little slow to get up. He took a pop. As we've hit the 2-minute warning, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the SFL Network on YouTube. your home to the Simulation Football League. This is the SFL Network on YouTube. Be legendary. First and 10 to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the first half. We're tied at 14. Winner goes to the playoffs. Handoff, William Choice. William Choice around the end. Choice has a first down up to the Aztec 40. It's a pickup of 12. 183 yards. Shann, William Choice he could break a record tonight.
He could easily go for 300, Cam, in this game.
It's just bonkers right now for William Choice. Choice, as mentioned, 9th in the league in rushing, has not really had one of those games where you just say, wow, this guy's incredible, but he's doing it here tonight. On a screen pass, got a block, and Choice picks up 5 through the air, but the clock is ticking, 1:20 now.
Mexico City's doing a poor job here, allowing their DBs to get back too far. I think Houston here is playing it safe and just dinking and dunking these passes and letting Choice get to the outside. I think is a mistake on the Aztecs defense.
Choice again outside, first down, got a block, but that hole was closed up. That was nicely done. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown. As Cantrell will hurry up to the lines to all 3 timeouts for Houston. Cantrell will hit a wide open, and I mean wide open, William Choice. Choice looks like he's getting a little gassed. He takes a shot from King Wallace, and Houston calls a timeout after a gain of 5.
And this is not what you want, from Houston. You don't want Choice to get down there in the red zone and get gassed and have your backups come in and then, put along the inevitable and get 3 points instead of 7.
He's got 36 yards receiving here, and that's a great point, Shann. He is getting worked, and he's working that Aztec defense. Offside, free play. Penalty's been a problem for Mexico City, and the guy that got the jump on the line actually deflected Cantrell's pass, looking for DR Sim. So Houston will take the yards. Shannon, it's kind of surprising that this game is tied the way William Choice has been playing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's just gashing this Aztec defense, and they're going to have to stop the bleeding at some point and get this thing turned around.
424 is that rushing record set by a former Hyena, Darnell Black, against the Louisville Wolfpack. Oddly enough, since Louisville was so dominant in their time in the SFL, the rushing record coming against them is quite unbelievable.
I believe it's 33-5, Cam.
Yeah, 33-5 record. And one of those losses, they gave up more rushing yards than anybody's given up to running backs in league history. Cantrell's going to the end zone. Pass is, it's intercepted. That was almost the catch of the year by Jamari Mito. And what a fantastic play by the newcomer, Malcolm Smith.
and Ramos probably is saying, shut up about my defense, Shann.
Wow, I really thought, I did not even see Smith, and I don't think Cantrell did either. And I think that must have contributed to the interception. I really thought Mito was going to make one hell of a catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
First and 10 on the 20, 35 seconds to go. We're still tied at 14. Outside, Ray Bentley. That's a rare 4-yard loss. Not sure what kind of rainbow screen pass that was from Wilson. Not his best work tonight.
Sometimes those left-handed passers, they tend to let the old popcorn, do the work instead.
No way. What do you got against left-handed people?
Well, nothing, but I'm just simply saying a left-handed quarterback is rare in the NFL, or excuse me, SFL.
There you go. 31 seconds. I'm just making sure. I'm right-handed, so I don't have a dog in that fight. Oh, Matt Wilson. Speaking of a dog, walked the dog all the way back to the 13-yard line and put in the kennel as the clock is ticking down, and Mexico City looks content maybe to run the clock out here.
I have a score update, Cam. OKC just ran it in with, I believe that was, Brewski.
Last play of the half, Bentley going to get the carry, and Houston's going to call a timeout, hoping for a punt return. So on that last score update, the Renegades now up 16-7, extra point pending, 7:23 to go in the third quarter. And we've got a couple of really, really good ball games going on right now on the SFL Network. Shann coming into the night, 3 of the 4 games in Week 11 have been decided by 1 score. We've had 2 games already decided by 1 score tonight, and we're tied here as the first half clock expires. Sims on the return up to the 46. That's the end of the first half. And we'll take it to the 2K Sports halftime report for highlights and stats. Shann, your thoughts over this first half?
Oh man, Cam. I mean, both the defenses are playing, okay, but what Houston has done so far on the ground has really, set the pace for this game. And if the Aztecs, Matt Wilson, if they can get on a roll and get some of these passes downfield, I think it's going to be a different score later on in the second half.
William Choice, 193 yards in the first half, chasing history. Ray Bentley with just 39 in that first half. Mexico City 14, Houston 14. I'm Cameron Irvine. I'll be back for the second half, and so will Shann if I don't forget about him. This is the Week 11 Game of the Week on YouTube. Start of the second half. Along with Shann Varner, I am play-by-play commentator Cameron Irvine. This is the Week 11 Game of the Week. The 6-4 Houston Hyenas, the 7-3 Mexico City Aztecs. The Hyenas receive the second half kickoff. As
Cam, right after the half was about to come back up, Dallas had a big play by the tight end Lawrence Kirkland to get down to the 2.
Looking at that pass from Dallas was just tipped at the line and intercepted. So Dallas got all the way down to the 2-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a play! Did you see the replay of that, Shann?
Yeah, look at this.
The Dexter Romberg, I'm sorry, that is more entertaining than anything else going on right now. Dexter Romberg, the non-contract linebacker for Oklahoma City, knocked that one off at the line, off a block, and tipped it to himself. What a play!
One-handed.
What a play by the Renegades defense as William Choice starts the second half with a 5-yard run. He's up to 198. Wow, that was sensational. Cantrell back to pass, going long. Oh, DR Sim got rocked. Was that Zamora taking out his anger on what William Choice has done to him tonight?
Yeah, that was a great play by Zamora. Just coming up and laying the wood.
So, 3rd down and 5 at the 29-yard line. 10:20 to go in the third quarter. Cantrell back to pass, and Cantrell's got DR Sim to midfield. That's his third catch of the night. Devin Cabrera on the tackle, and Houston's got a first down.
You cannot count out DR Sim on these long pass plays here. I believe it was a post route to the outside.
Cody Cantrell needing 224 yards to get into the 3,000-yard club for this season. On pace to do that. 1st and 10 at midfield. Handoff, Choice running right, and William Choice gets ransacked by Jack Brown, who's having a really nice game, the silver linebacker for the Aztecs.
Yeah, the linebackers there shifted over to the right spot, even though it looked like they were out of position at first. Shifted over and was able to make that play, Cam.
So first down for Houston. 2nd and 7 to the 47. I formation. 6 on the line of scrimmage for the Aztecs. Cantrell will drop back to throw. It's Choice. Choice showing off. That picks up a couple before he takes another big hit from Jack Brown. Brown, I believe, had 6 or 7 tackles at the break, and he's already got a couple here on the opening drive of the second half.
Cam, you know another great running back that used to wear the number 25, the late Richard Snowden. And Choice reminds me a lot of him and the way he runs and the style that he runs in. Just a hard-nosed type of running back, and it's exceptional.
8:46 to go in the third. Ball outside is short of the first down. Jamari Mito, I'm not so sure, Shann. It almost looked like as he was falling down, he stretched out to try to get it past the sticks.
Yeah, he could have, Cam, but I think that in doing so, I think he tucked it back in. And I mean, you might see a challenge flag here, but to me, I wouldn't go for it.
Right now, 4th and inches. Houston's got the offense on the field. Mexico City has jumped. Oh, they're just going to go for it. Oh, and he stood up in the backfield. William Choice was off the field. They tried to fool the Aztecs. Blown up in the backfield on the stretch play. Alan Romero with the tackle for loss, and the Aztecs take over.
He came in hungry, Cam. He wanted that. He wanted that hit right there.
Wow. So without William Choice on the field, who's been running like a madman tonight, but we've seen him a bit exhausted, Houston fails to convert the 4th and short. Maybe should have challenged after all. Bentley with just 36 yards on 10 carries, but he's fresh. Unlike Choice right now. Hand off to Bentley, and Bentley's going nowhere. How about Blake Chance coming from all the way in the secondary to make the stop at the line of scrimmage, in fact, behind the line?
Blake Chance knows what's on the line here. He knows he has to win this game, and he's doing everything in his power to do so.
2:10 to go in the third quarter. It's still 17-7. Dallas fighting their way all the way down the field again after that pick inside the 5-yard line. Ray Bentley, another carry. And he fights forward to the Aztec 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6 with 7:55 to go in the third.
Would you agree, Cam, that both of these running backs have not looked like they were in the first half of this game?
Yeah, there's definitely the holes have definitely collapsed on both of them, as these two defenses have really tightened up since the beginning of the second quarter. 3 receivers, 2 to the near right side for Wilson. Wilson straight back and threw it right to Blake Chance, intended for Dijon Swan. I tell you what, man, I'm really impressed with Blake Chance tonight. He's having a hell of a game.
He is, Cam, and he is all over the place. And like I said earlier, he's doing whatever it takes for his team to move on in the playoff bracket.
Sonic 0002 needs a reset on the playoff scenarios that go with this game. It wouldn't be the game of the week if it didn't have any playoff scenarios. The winner gets a playoff spot in the Western Conference. If Dallas loses, Mexico City gets that anyway. But Dallas, if they win and Mexico City loses, potentially the Aztecs could not clinch a playoff spot tonight. 1st and 10 from the 4 coming up for Houston after a brilliant job by Mora and the rest of the Aztec special teams.
Another great play by Dallas here, Cam, getting it down, looked like just a squeak over the middle here and getting down to the 2 again.
Yeah, they're right back where they were. 1 minute to go in the third in that one. 7:18 to go in the third here. 1st and 10 of the 4. Offsides again. Mexico City. A lot of penalties tonight. This team usually pretty disciplined, and that's going to dig Houston out of their own end zone. And in a game where all of a sudden points are coming at a premium, that one hurts.
Yeah, too many penalties right now for Mexico City.
That was, I believe, Romero, the hero of the last defensive drive for the Aztecs.
And it could be that the Aztecs defense is on the field quite often, giving up 3 and outs here and there.
14-14. This is the one and only meeting between these two squads. The winner gets a pivotal head-to-head. And Houston, if they win tonight, will still have a chance, still have a shot, rather, at the #1 seed. Mexico City would as well, since they play Alaska next week. What a wild end to the SFL's 9th season as Choice loses a yard.
And the score update here, Cam. Sabaz Synergy just ran it in for a 2-yard touchdown run here, making it 14-17.
Cantrell almost! Oh man, Malcolm Smith almost had his second and almost took that one back. And we're seeing some short out routes by Houston that have really gone into dangerous territory, 3rd down.
Yeah, I think they're just playing it safe here, Cam, and just trying to, making their defense do most of the work.
Back to Shabazz Synergy, his rushing touchdown. Oh, look at that. DR Sim once again right in front of the sticks, could not get the first down. And these 3rd down conversions, not getting past the sticks, are killing Houston in the 3rd quarter.
It is, and I definitely wouldn't go for it here.
No, I don't think so. At their own 14-yard line, I think they would be wise not to do that. As Shabazz Synergy now with his 7th rushing touchdown of his career, and he's in the top 40 already amongst running backs in all-time career touchdowns, as Cabrera gets that ball up to the Houston 47-yard line. So this is going to be the best field position of the night for the Aztecs. It's worth saying, Pete Bruschi coming into the night, 98 rushing touchdowns. He needs 2 to become the first SFL player to get to 100. So that's a big milestone going on in the other game as well.
And I absolutely agree. I mean, since you've been here since the Stone Age, it would be only right.
Matt Wilson back to pass. Offensive lines for both squads doing a really nice job tonight as Wilson finds DeJon Swan, and that was all about the O-line protection there. 5:35 to go in the 3rd. We're tied at 14. They just ended the 3rd quarter in Oklahoma City. Renegades up 3. So here we go. Aztecs 1st and 10 at the Houston 37. 5:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers back to pass. Wilson straight back. Fires it out to Bentley. Oh, Ray Bentley! Oh, Ray Bentley! Times 2 to the 16-yard line. Whoa! Somebody get me a paper fan. I need to fan myself. That was unbelievable from Ray.
It was absolutely amazing. 1, 2, almost 3 strikes, you're out here.
He's bringing down men, Shan. He's bringing down men. Darian Bowles and Tyleek Jones, rather, getting bowled over. 1st and 10 of the Hyenas 16-yard line. Aztecs on the move over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Oh, my goodness gracious. DeJon Swan with the one-handed grab tackle made by Delahart, and he hangs on.
Matt Wilson looked like he is trying to kill his receivers, throwing the ball into coverage and really high, so the receiver has to go up there and get it. And these linebackers don't play in those situations.
Second and 3 of the Hyena 9. What a slugfest this has become after the offenses were getting after it. Oh, Ray Bentley in the backfield. Cannot pick up the first down, but he insults another person's humanity. 62 yards on 14 carries, brings up 3rd and short.
I could have swore that was the first down. I mean, trucking like that, it was just an amazing run.
3rd and inches at the 6. Ray Bentley is heating up. 3 receivers, 4 down linemen for Houston in the nickel. Hand off Bentley on a trap, and oh, they said he got the first down. That may be worth the challenge.
I think I would have to challenge that one, Cam.
Kit Moore and company stuffed him. And again, no challenge from Houston. This is twice now in the 3rd quarter. They've held on to that red flag. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield for Wilson. Again in the nickel, Wilson straight back, fires it wide open, Bentley, and he won't get in the end zone. Actually, I was just about to say, Bentley looked gassed on the last play, and that's the non-contract running back. A little bit slower, Tover, getting to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I could kind of tell it wasn't Bentley. He didn't lean down with his shoulder and try to pick up those extra yards.
2nd and goal to the 1. Bentley is back in on this play. 5 down lineman, a handoff goes to Bentley running right. Ray Bentley has stood up at the line, loss of 1. 27 on 27 crime. Blake Chance with the TFL.
This defense for Houston is not letting them get in, Cam. And they're doing a really great job at preventing them from scoring on this drive.
Here we go, 3rd and goal from the 2. This could be, we could look back at this play as the play of the game. Hand off to Bentley, didn't get it. Stopped at the goal line by a host of Hyenas. 4th and goal inside the half-yard line.
And Damon's in the chat probably saying, how do you like me now? Go for 3, young buck.
And Cole Varner and the Aztecs are not going to take any chances. Points have not come in this game in about a quarter and a half. This is about as chip shot a field goal as you can get, 17 yards, and that field goal is good, and the Aztecs take a 3-point lead.
Cam, I resent that, Mark. I resent that remark. Those chip shots don't always happen like you want it to.
Well, that's very true. You never know, but Mexico City makes it happen, makes it count. And the Aztecs go up by 3. Damon mentioned in the chat that the all-time series between these two is split 3-3, 7th all-time meeting. And this is almost every time these two teams get together, it seems like it's a fun one. With 2:06 to go in the 3rd. Funny enough, the two have never met in the playoffs. They certainly could here in a couple of weeks.
Getting a shot of that defensive backfield there.
19 carries, 199 yards for William Choice, although he's been slowed down a bit here in the 3rd quarter as Mexico City's dominated time of possession. 3 wide receivers. Cantrell will drop the pass. Quick out route to DR Sim. Pickup of 3, and that's really all that we've seen Sim involved on here tonight.
Yeah, and I think you've got to get him down the field a little bit, Cam. Kind of open this game up a little bit, and just let the doctor loose. Again,
resetting the playoff scenarios here. 8:26 to go in Oklahoma City. The Renegades lead by 3. If Dallas loses, they are eliminated, and Oklahoma City and Vancouver will play for the last and final playoff spot in the Western Conference next week. With a Dallas loss, Mexico City will clinch. Houston cannot necessarily clinch if they lose. They will almost be in, but not a certainty. Breaking down point differential, but yeah, right now Oklahoma City helping both of these teams out right now. Cam, I'm not sure if you missed it or what, but this offensive line giving William Choice these humongous holes here, allowing him to get, I think it was about 12 or 13 yards on that last carry. Up to the 39-yard line. William Choice now over 200. He's working on a career day. Back to pass, Cody Cantrell. Cantrell all day. These offensive lines have been magic taking a heavy hit right at the sticks for a first down. Is a non-contract tight end to the Hyena 49-yard line. 1 minute and counting here in the third quarter.
They're doing a good job by getting the ball out quickly.
Mito's in the slot. Sim is in the slot. With Choice in the backfield, Sim to the left, Mito to the right. Back to pass, Cantrell. And Cantrell fires it outside and falling down. Boy, King Wallace could have been called for a late hit there. He flew in like a madman. And no call. That could have been costly for the Aztecs. And the 23 seconds to go. 3 receivers.
I would just run this out here.
2nd and 8. That's what they're going to do. William Choice takes the handoff. Not much there. Picks up 3. 3rd down and 5. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Here in Houston, it's Mexico City 17, Houston 14. Winner in the playoffs. This is the SFL Week 11 Game of the Week on YouTube.
On the other screen here, Cam, I've got Sebas Synergy here just carving up this OKC defense, and they're looking to come back.
Dallas on a drive, 3rd and 5 of the Aztec, 46 for Houston. Cantrell going long this time. It is caught! Oh, how'd he catch that one? Nito! That was Nito to the Aztec 20. Look at that! Look at this throw, this beauty from Cody. Wow, I can't believe Pablo Zamora didn't get that one.
And you touched on it earlier, Cam. This offensive line is doing a great job by giving him plenty of time to make throws like that.
10:36 to go in the fourth. Now Houston is in the red zone. Back to pass is Cantrell. And Cantrell fires outside. King Wallace knocks it away. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City, a report from Robbers Cove. A pick six. A one-handed pick six has put the Renegades up 9 with 6:05 to go in the fourth. That is a huge play as Dallas was on the move again. Now back to Houston, 10:28 to go in the fourth, 2nd and 10 at the 20. After the deflected pass from Wallace, who has at least 3 of those tonight. On the counter, William Choice. Choice breaks off a tackle, lunges forward to the 14-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up for Houston.
Those counters have been big for him tonight, Cam, allowing him to get into that outside and just having his way with the defense.
3rd and 4 at the Aztec 14-yard line. Another make-or-break play here in this ball game. Back to pass, and Cantrell hit as he threw, and he put a perfect ball into the chest of Jamari Mito. Clutch throws from Cody Cantrell here in the fourth.
They're coming out, Cam, wanting to win this game and knows that this game is on the line.
I could not see who came flying through into Cody Cantrell's face, but a very athletic move as King Wallace was seeing stars. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line for Houston. Trying to take the lead or tie the game here. Does Mexico City have a goal line stand in store? 3 in the backfield. Cody Cantrell will hand it off to William Choice. Oh, William Choice! Sit down, young fella, as Malcolm Smith puts him to rest. 2:17 for William.
Cam, in that 4-3 defense, if I was Cantrell, I would have called an audible there. You can clearly see the linebackers moving up on the line, blitzing the offensive line there.
Owner Damon Simeon says do not pass, but Cantrell's passing. And Cantrell's got an open receiver. That's Corey Sims. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A crucial 3rd and goal coming up here.
I believe I would hand it off to Choice here. I mean, that's your best bet. He's been doing great all night. Just give it to him up the middle and not worry about to the outside.
Clock ticking, 9:13 and counting. 3rd and goal from the 2. Choice as a fullback off to the right. Might we see a stretch play out there? A 3-2 defense for Mexico City. Hand off to Choice. He will walk in for a Houston touchdown, and the Hyenas have taken the lead.
Great play call by Houston. Reading the defense and getting it out to the outside where the linebackers couldn't get to them.
Yeah, the Aztecs not stacking the line, and that's just too easy for Houston. A 9:01 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Hyenas, for the first time in this second half, have a lead. We mentioned earlier both of these teams have been struggling. Houston, coming into the game, had lost 4 of their last 5. Mexico City, coming into the game, had lost 3 of their last 5. The extra point is good. 9:01 to go in the fourth. Aztecs 17, Hyenas 21.
I have another disappointing drive for Dallas. Another interception from Dexter Romberg, the inside linebacker.
That's his second pick of the night, and that is Shabazz Synergy's 6th interception in an elimination game. And I saw in the chat that I guess Dallas, maybe jokingly or seriously, is cutting Shabazz Synergy. Obviously illegal till the end of the season, but not happy with their quarterback play tonight here on the road as that Cabrera return gets his number up to the 25-yard line. So it would look like, for the moment, with Dallas crumbling here in the fourth quarter with turnovers, that the Aztecs will clinch a playoff spot tonight. If Houston wins, they will clinch a playoff spot tonight, and Oklahoma City and Vancouver will play for the West's 4th and final playoff spot next week as Ray Bentley picks up 2 and is driven out of bounds by Arrington.
I do believe, Cam, that the interception record was held by it was Alexander West, wasn't it? 7?
I believe that Kevin Walker, it was Connor Pyatt, had 8. Whatever that game was, Orlando Santa Fe, that playoff game, where both quarterbacks had like 7 picks. It was crazy. Second and 8 at the 26-yard line. Handoff, Bentley now up the middle. I tell you what, Shann, Bentley is not getting any room up the middle. Chris Jacks with his 3rd tackle, and Kip Moore, they're just stuffing the gut.
Yeah, it looks like the defense came to play the run tonight. I think if Wilson would take some shots deep, I think that is going to be a great play for him.
3rd and 7 to the 28-yard line. Ray Bentley in the chat says, I love y'all, but I got to go to bed. What are you, 8? Stay up, Ray. Mike, you're a grown man. 4th down after the incompletion from Matt Wilson. And the Houston defense playing like grown men here tonight. The Aztecs have to punt it away again.
Like DeMond Simeon would say, grown-ass man.
8:10 to go. Punt coming from Lopez. And Mexico City right now, how many more opportunities are they going to get? As Houston comes after that punt, fair catch called for by Sims at the 39-yard line. So now, Cody Cantrell and the rest of the Hyena offense are going to have to play this. I don't know. What do you think, Shannon? You play it close to the vest, just keep handing off to Choice, don't take risks, or do you try to put Mexico City away here?
I would put Mexico City away. They're just too dangerous, and if you let Bentley out of the gate, if you let Wilson beat you deep, it could be game over for Houston.
Cantrell doing just that. The doctor is in down to the 3-yard line, trying to step on the necks of Mexico City. Cantrell's up to 266 yards passing.
And that's exactly what you needed to do. You need to open this defense up. Look how the linebackers and the DBs just come up and allowing DR Sim to get open in the backfield there with a huge, huge game.
Houston trying to get away from the Aztecs. If the Hyenas win, think about this, Shan. It's a 3-way tie at 7-4. atop the Western Conference. How bizarre is that? First and goal at the 3. Back to pass. William Choice. And he, wow, didn't get in. Pablo Zamora at the goal line.
Yikes. I mean, I honestly would throw a flag here. That was so close. I mean, inches.
Both coaches not relying on the booth review here tonight. 4 down lineman. Can Houston punch it in for the second consecutive drive? Hand off to Choice. Untouched. Touchdown, Houston. They're taking over.
Houston came in this game with a game plan, and they're executing perfectly in the second half.
For the record, a 3-way tie at 7-4 going into week 12. Where does that leave the 3 teams? If this score holds, the Hyenas would be 1-2 against the common opponents because they got swept by Alaska. Alaska is 2-1 against common opponents. Mexico City would be 1-1. So Alaska would move into first place in the Western Conference heading into week 12. And then Houston would be number 2 with the head-to-head tiebreaker over Mexico City. And the Aztecs would fall to 3 if they lose tonight, which means that they would need a win against Alaska next week just to try to get home field advantage in the playoffs. Which is crazy to think, Shan. I mean, they were 4-0, 5-0 here early in the season.
I mean, absolutely right, Cam. I think at some point you're going to have to flip a coin and see who gets in.
From the 7-yard line, Cabrera on the return, and Devin Cabrera gets up to the 31-yard line. There's 1:17 left in the Oklahoma City game. The Renegades are punting, but they are up 10. That Oklahoma City-Vancouver game is at Vancouver, by the way, for anybody that's wondering. They played at Oklahoma City earlier this year, and without Pete Bruschi, the Renegades went off 31-7, but that was against a different Vancouver team, no doubt about that, as Ray Bentley only picks up a yard, and Mexico City's got to get something moving. Sham, we have not seen the deep threat of Matt Wilson active at all here in the second half.
No, we hadn't, and if they need to turn this game around, they're going to have to get those receivers involved.
3 receivers for Wilson. They got to get something moving here. Down 28-17, 6:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Deep ball, Wilson. Pass is intercepted in double coverage. Brought back the other way by Arrington to the Aztec 40-yard line, and Mexico City is falling apart.
That is not what they wanted, Cam. They had a good idea of getting these receivers down the field, but you can't throw in double coverage like that. That's a rookie mistake.
So, 6:17 left. Still a lot of time. Mexico City cannot give up a touchdown here, or you can sign, seal, deliver this victory for Houston. 2 receivers, both to the near side right. William Choice cuts back up the middle and then finds Malcolm Smith at the 37 and plugged that hole. Six minutes and counting.
This defense needs to get a stop here, Cam. They need to force something here. Turnover, loss of down, something to stop this high-powered offense.
Mexico City trying to avoid falling outside the top 2 of the West for the first time, I think, in a long time, maybe even for the season, as William Choice picks up a first down to the 30, and Houston is keeping that clock moving.
Those positive yards, Cam. Keep chucking along.
Positive yards are always good, right, Shan?
Oh, absolutely. I love it. I mean, as long as your guy can get positive yards, it's always a plus to me.
5:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Houston is just milking the clock. Cantrell out of the gun, back to pass, quick out route to Sim, and he runs out of bounds. Shan, I don't like the play call. Sim, 109 yards on 7 catches, but you got to keep that clock moving.
You got to keep the clock moving.
Stopped at 5:13. Will they run it here? Yeah, they will run it. I never know when All-Pro decides that it's time to stop the clock on plays where players take themselves out of bounds in the fourth quarter. I know it happens around the 4 or 5 minute mark inexplicably, and I can't explain it. 2nd and 6, 4:55 to go in the fourth. Back to pass is Cantrell all day. It is picked off in the end zone. Devin Cabrera gives Mexico City life despite the brilliant play by Houston's offensive line.
And Cam, that's exactly what Mexico City needed in this game. They're going to get the ball at the 20. I think they need to have some explosive offense, get these receivers down the field, and give your team a shot to get back into this game.
1st and 10 at the 20. Mexico City trailing by just 11. A lot of time left here in the Week 11 game of the week. 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. 4 down linemen for Houston. Straight back Wilson. Fires it out to Bentley, and Ray Bentley gets 6 yards. Check that. That's the fullback getting 6 yards. It brings up 2nd and 4. Stops the clock with 4:44 to go.
Cam, real quick, an update over here at Dallas. Sebastian Synergy has got the ball on the OKC 34 with 15 seconds left in the game. Clock starts when the ball is snapped.
Dallas trying to make a comeback. Shabazz Synergy just took off and ran. Got about 14 yards, but they're running out of time. They have no timeouts. Matt Wilson will throw it out to Bentley again. Bentley is shy of the first down, and the game just ended in Oklahoma City, which means as of this moment, congratulations to the Mexico City Aztecs. They have clinched the 2nd playoff spot in the Western Conference, and the Aztecs are going back to the playoffs for, I believe, the 3rd consecutive season.
I believe you're right on that, Cam.
They had a down year a couple of years ago, and they've really played some good ball since. However, on 3rd down and inches, Darian Bowles jarring the ball loose. That's going to bring up 4th and short. And I don't know about you, Shannon. I think you got to go for it.
I absolutely agree with you. You have to go for it here. You're already in the playoffs, which they probably don't know, but you have to go here to give your guys some kind of some enthusiasm to play this game and get back into it.
Mexico City putting it all on the line here on 4th and inches. They're going to throw. Matt Wilson going long. Wilson's pass is caught. Oh no, Moxon dropped the ball on his way down. Turnover on downs. The #1 scoring defense in the SFL has been awesome in the second half.
Do you think, Cam, that Moxon may have heard me and just said, yeah, we're already in the playoffs?
I don't know. I'm not even sure that he would have ran the route if he would have known, because he got a lick right to the neck. Houston hitting hard out there. The game is still not over, but the Aztec defense has to step up again. And off to William Choice, picks up 6. He's up to 235. Won't get a record tonight, but he's had one heck of a night.
He sure has, Cam. And I think, Houston's doing a great job here by just running this clock out and getting this bloodbath over with.
4:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Houston really is doing a good job of milking a lot of clock. 3:56, 3:55. And the handoff goes to Choice. He got a first down. That is potentially a backbreaker. That's going to bleed a lot more clock here.
Well, tonight in this game, Cam, I think it was who wanted it more,
He can't be denied. He cannot be denied.
And this came throughout the whole game, from the first snap of the game till now, doing a really great job. And, you have to commemorate the offensive line here and doing a great job and allowing him to get these big yard gains.
We previously mentioned earlier tonight that we were going to have an SFL Today post-game show breaking down playoff scenarios. We want to be able to provide you a better, higher quality show for that occasion. So tomorrow night at 7 Central, we are going to, well, let me think about this here. I don't want to misspeak. Tomorrow night at 8 Central, we're going to do a playoff breakdown, a playoff scenarios breakdown, and I'm telling you, there are pages and pages of playoff scenarios coming into this last week of the SFL season. If you'd like to join us as an analyst for that show, you can let us know and send me a private message. But 8 Central, 9 Eastern, you're not going to want to miss it, as we're going to break down all the playoff scenarios for both conferences heading into Week 12. The schedule, as Houston now has a 3rd and inches, and William Choice is hurt, which stops the clock.
Yikes.
That could not have happened at a worse time for Houston.
This could be Mexico City's chance, Cam, to get back in it. I know it's only 2 minutes to go in this game, but, with Matt Wilson, you never say never.
Yeah, they got to get that stop here on 3rd down and inches to force the field goal. And then your offense has a shot. 3 timeouts, got to score twice. 3rd and short, William Choice out of the game. Handoff, middle, first down anyway. Houston deserves this one. Pittman with the first down run.
Everybody's playing good in this game, Cam.
So again, 8 Central tomorrow, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. It's the SFL Playoff Scenario Show. I think it's the first one we've ever had to do because it's just that crazy. 2-minute warning. Let's pause for 10 seconds for station identification along the SFL Radio Network. Your home to the Simulation Football League. This is the SFL on YouTube. Be legendary. First and goal at the 4. Houston trying to run some more clock out. But still out of the game is Choice. Pittman is the man carrying it. And Shann, even if Mexico City has to burn all these timeouts here to give yourself a shot, it's worth it.
Right, and I think you have literally one shot with the time as it is now at 1:56.
Three in the backfield, 2nd and goal with a 5, handoff to Pittman, and Pittman's going backwards. Loss of 3, now it's 3rd and goal at the 8. Another vicious tackle by Jack Brown.
Well, maybe the injury is not too serious for William Choice, and he'll be back next week.
Kind of want to go to Vegas and put a bet on it. 3rd and goal at the 8-yard line. 3 receivers. They're going to hand it off one more time, and Pittman runs right in to a blitzing linebacker. That's Brown. All right, so Houston plays it safe. They didn't want to stop the clock. Probably smart. They made Mexico City burn all their timeouts, which means the Aztecs will definitely need an onside kick recovery to have any chance in this one. 28-17 Houston. Trying to become the 3rd team in the Western Conference to clinch a playoff spot. Again, if Houston loses tonight, they do not clinch a playoff spot, but I'm telling you, it would be stupid crazy. I think they'd have to lose by like 50 in Week 12, and then Vancouver would have to win by 50. Something out of control, right? That probably is not going to happen. So
right.
Houston likely punching their ticket, even if they lose here tonight, but they'd love to just get the win and forget about it. But Mexico City still an outside chance. It's never over in the SFL. 1:48 to go in the fourth. Here comes Cabrera. He's really been bottled up tonight. Does not reach the 30 once again. 1:43 on the clock.
Now, Cam, in your opinion, do you do some quick outs to get the stop of the clock, or do you take some shots downfield and hope your line hurry ups and gets into a hurry up and mode and able to get the next playoff?
I think you bomb it. Richard Montague's been super quiet, and he caught a long touchdown earlier, but they're not going. They're not taking my advice, Shann. K.O. Barrett, it's a leg injury for choice. We'll see him again. Barrett picks up 5 to the 32-yard line, stops the clock with 1:40. 31-17. Houston trying to take the lead in the all-time series 4-3 in the 7th meeting between the Hyenas and the Aztecs.
And looking at the defense here, Cam, the DBs are playing up close, so Mexico City here may have a shot.
Well, they just swung it out to Bentley, only a pickup of 2. No sense of urgency whatsoever here out of the Aztecs. And they may have gotten word, Shann, that they're in already. Although I wouldn't want to be in a 3-way tie for first if I could help it. That's a first down to K.L. Barrett. Shann, I don't understand this strategy.
I don't either, Cam.
Back to pass. Going long, but it's Matt Wilson is not waiting for these routes to develop. He's just flipping it out to Bentley and hoping for the best. And luckily for the Aztecs, Bentley gets out of bounds and they can get out of that cycle.
Luckily, Bentley can catch the ball and get out of bounds.
31-17, wasted a lot of time there, but still need a touchdown, onside kick recovery and touchdown. Doesn't matter when you get the first one, as long as you get it. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield for Wilson. Deep drop back. Wilson pump fake, now goes far right side, tipped up and incomplete. Bijan Swan ran that route out of bounds as you look at his targets. Shann, can you believe Queen City 9-2, 2 teams in the East 8-3, Atlanta's 7-4, 3 teams in the West is 7-4. It's crazy.
It is. I mean, these teams this year have come to ball out.
3rd down and 11 at the 39-yard line. Wilson trying to pull out some heroics. Deep ball middle, caught, first down. Barrett, but now they got to hurry. 58 seconds to the Houston 45-yard line. Barrett's been the top target on this drive. 3 receivers, 2 off the right side, and Wilson will spike the ball with 52 seconds. Not the end of the world there.
Right. I mean, I think it was a good play. He got it over. He was able to get to the line quickly and give his guys another shot at the end zone here. And I think that's what you need to do. You need to take a shot, even if you don't, make it. It's a shot that you had to take.
Houston trying to get to 7-4 and push the Aztecs down to 7-4. 2nd and 10 with 52 seconds to go. Mexico City out of timeouts and down 2 scores. They're going to need a touchdown here pretty soon. Straight back out to Bentley. He's got to get out of bounds. Can't do it. Darian Bowles leaves them in. 44, 43. Everybody trying to hustle back. 3rd down and 10. Oh, precious seconds here. Wilson to throw again. Wilson, deep ball, one-on-one coverage. Montague off his back. 4th down.
They're not in a good passing situation in those formations, Cam. They need to spread this defense out, get some more people, out there. The more people that you have, the more likely you're going to have a chance of catching the ball, and they really need that right now.
Took about 16 seconds off the clock to get no yards. This is the ball game. 4th and 10 for the 44. Houston's defense has only allowed 3 points here in the second half. Wilson deep drop back, steps up in the pocket, fires down the middle of the field. Caught! 10-5 touchdown! Richard Montague, it's not over yet.
Uh-oh. You better get your popcorn out there, Damon. It ain't over yet.
4th down magic from Matt Wilson. That was all because he stepped up in the pocket. Montague, you saw Blake Chance reacted just a little bit late, and that's the only bad play Blake Chance has made tonight.
Well, Cam, it only takes one.
So An onside kick from a star kicker, mind you, Cole Varner, could potentially keep Mexico City alive. In the final game of Week 11, the 6th game decided by one score. Extra point for Mexico City is good. And here comes the old onside kick. Shann, how have onside kicks treated you in your coaching career?
Well, I never really rely on them because I'm too busy scoring points.
Wow. Awesome. 26 seconds to go. This is for the game. Cole Varner's onside kick is recovered by Houston, and that's the end of that. No more drama here tonight. Gotta hand it to them. They stayed with it.
They stayed with it, and unfortunately, it was a little too late for Mexico City tonight. And hats off to both these teams that came out and they grind hard. They both wanted to win this game, but unfortunately, you only have one winner in a game like this. And it was a great game, Cam.
So now Alaska moves to first in the West just by a hair, followed by Houston, followed by Mexico City. Vancouver at 6-5. Sits in 4th. Oklahoma City at 5-6 still has a shot. Sits in 5th. Everybody else eliminated in the Western Conference. Final score, Mexico City 24, Houston 31. The SFL Playoff Scenarios Show tomorrow night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, right here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Me and I'm sure a couple at least analysts will break down everything you need to know about Week 12. It's going to be a wild and wacky Week 12. We can't wait to bring it to you right here on the network. Shann, your final thoughts from Houston's major victory over the Aztecs here tonight in primetime.
Cam, I think that Houston came out with a game plan and running the ball with choice. They did an amazing job at that offensive line. Cantrell should give his guys on that offensive line a steak dinner tonight. Nothing less. They just played amazing for them, and it wasn't Mexico City's. It wasn't their night tonight. But I think one thing that they didn't do is they didn't let Houston get too many big plays down the field. And, they had to be a plus. But on the flip side of that, they let too many plays underneath and just kind of sealed the deal for them tonight.
Last season, Mexico City had a first-round road playoff game. They lost to Dallas. They don't want to come back to Texas to play on the road. They'd like to be at home. They control their destiny next week against Alaska, one of the bigger games on the Week 12 slate. As you take a look at the final highlights from this one. One last time, your final score, Mexico City 24, Houston 31. For Shann Varner, I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a special presentation of the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network on YouTube. From all of our broadcast crew at the Hyena Den in Houston, Texas, and back at our SFL headquarters in the Metroplex of the Lone Star State. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you in Week 12.
Good night.